is lesson 11, and today's objective is fractions, multiplication, and the product of a decimal. So I'm guessing you're all asking, what does that mean? So definition number 1.
Def number 1. A decimal number is a number that contains a decimal point. Each decimal to the right of the decimal point is 10 times smaller than the place to which left.
So here's my example. So these numbers are to the right. These numbers are 10 times smaller than the numbers to the left. There's your example. So on pick number 1, it says you do not have to line up your decimals in a multiplication problem. So example number 1. Here's my problem right here, and here are my decimals. So when it says you do not necessarily have to line up your decimal. So that really doesn't matter.
Can we just solve this problem? Ooh.
Big number 2. After you're done solving the problem, you start from the decimal point and you count how many factors are behind the decimal point. And you count how many factors are behind the decimal point. So I said that twice because y'all might didn't hear what I said the first time, and y'all might didn't understand it. So when I say you start from the decimal point and you count how many factors are behind the decimal point, you always do that after you're solving. And so now, how many factors behind the decimal, that is how many times you move your decimal point. So my example right here is saying I got 35.4, 0.5. So I'm going to solve this. So that's my final answer.
No, it ain't.
Sorry, that's not my final answer. So that is my final answer. So I have 2 numbers behind the decimal point. So that means I have to start from behind right here. And I have to go 1,
2.
2.
Stop right there. That's your final answer.
Okay. Move on. So right here are some examples that we're going to be doing with y'all.
2 times 0 equals 0. 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 3 equals 6. You write down your 0. 4 times 0 equals 0. 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. Carry my 1. 4 times 3 is 12. Add your 1. That's 13. Add it. 0 plus 0 equals 0. 2 plus 0 equals 2. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Carry my 1. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Plus your 1, 13. Carry my 1. 3 plus 1 equals 4. And burn down that 1. Okay, do what you do. Go over 1, so 1, 2. So you can put 2 right here, and you put the plus sign. This go over 1 time, so you can put 1 and equals 2 plus 1 equals 3. And then bring your decimal down here, start from right here, go over 1, 2, 3. Oh.
So that is one way you could do it. That is kind of a simple way, and there are many ways you can do to find after your digits. After these digits, you can do like he did, which was he looked at those two numbers behind the decimal, and they were 2. And then he came down here and he looked at the other decimal number behind the decimal, and
Yes.
he saw that it was 1. So, and then he added those together and he made 3. And he started from behind and he went to 1, and then he went to 2, and then he started right here because that was his exact answer. So right here we have
So my final answer is 1. Final answer.
final answer. So on this side, I have example number 2. So this, I'm going to be working with a whole number instead of a decimal number. So here we are. 7 times 1 equals 7. 7 times 2 equals 14. 7 times 3 equals 21. Plus that 1 equals 22. So now I'm looking at my decimal number right here. That number is behind the decimal. So now what I do is I count 1, 1, 2. So I see those 2. So I'm gonna start from behind
And I see
here.
that there's no decimal point right here. So that's just plain. So you don't put no decimal right there.
Yes.
You don't go over neither. So you just go from right there.
Yeah. And then you start from behind here. You go 1, 2.
And then that's your final answer.
You stop. You do not keep going. So it's 22.4.47. So that is our exact answer. Okay, guys. Here is time for our practice answers and our math jokes. So right here, we want you guys to practice this, and we want to see what y'all will come up
Okay,
with.
this is our practice problem really. It's really 11.5 times
13.5.
13.5. And you answer it.
Yes, you answered these.
And here's just the other one too. 35.220 times
34.62.
34.62.
Okay, so for our math jokes, you might get a dojo. I'm not sure, but you might get a dojo. 2 dojos, matter of fact. And so now here are our math jokes. So math joke number 1. Why did the girl wear glasses during math class? You want to do something?
What kind of meals do math teachers eat?
So if you figure those out, you might get a dojo. Woo! Bye, guys.
You will get a dojo. Trinity, you will get
And you might get a dojo.
You will.
Bye.